Hi everyone, I'm Martin and welcome to another MH Runners Club coaching talk. Now, in the hours and days after big races, especially the recent London and Chicago marathons, there's been many posts and questions about why the official race finish time and the distance doesn't match with the marathon time on your Garmin or Strava. Now, there's a few possible reasons for this, and 99.9% of the time, it's the fault of us, the runner, or more specifically, our watches and the GPS signals. Now, most races around the UK will have a race licence. For that to be granted, it needs to be a measured course. This means that the course is measured manually with calibrated equipment and not with a GPS signal. Now, the bigger the race is, the more times the course is measured to make sure that it is accurate. Now, talking specifically about the London Marathon, as it is a marathon major, it will be measured numerous times to make sure that it is accurate. Now, they usually have a tolerance of about 100 metres, so they will tend to be within 100 metres long to make sure that people do actually run the marathon distance, so that any records or qualifying times are 100% guaranteed. Okay, so you may run an extra, possibly up to 100 metres. Okay, now there is a blue line painted on the road from the Blue Start of London, as this is where the elites start and that is the official race. Now, the blue line is measured at 26.2 miles, give that 100 metres, possibly above that, from start to finish. If you follow that blue line from start to finish, you will run the race distance exactly. For anyone who has run London before though, it's highly unlikely that you will be able to stick to that blue line all the way around due to the sheer amount of runners that are around you. However, as the roads are not that wide, it's unlikely that you'll run more than a couple of 100 metres further than the actual marathon distance. Now, the biggest issue at London is the GPS signal. Now, this happens in a lot of big cities. It happened in the first few miles of Chicago as well, because they have tall buildings, okay? But London can be particularly bad in places, especially around the Canary Wharf area. Now, I've been lucky enough to run London 15 times now, and I've never had an accurate GPS reading around the Canary Wharf area. Now, I think my pace tends to vary between 2 minutes a mile and 5 minutes a mile at that point. And I know that that's not accurate because A, I can't run those paces normally, let alone at mile 18, 20 of a marathon. So for those who don't know this, it can really mess with their heads when they get to that point, and it means that they lose their way with their pacing plan. Now, the worst bit is that it then means that your watch is ahead of the course mile markers. Now, if there's any glitch at the beginning, this can happen right from the start, and it can, again, really mess with people's heads. You see your watch vibrating and buzzing every time it hits a mile, but the markers on the course are nowhere to be seen. It can then be demoralising when you see your watch hit 26 miles and you've still got far more than the 0.2 miles left to go. It's then when people finish that they then look at their Strava or Garmin's and see that they register they register the marathon time on their watch of maybe 5 to 10 minutes faster than the official race time. Now, unfortunately, your official finish time is your official marathon time. That is the time that it's taken you to run the measured course from start to finish, whether you run on that blue line or whether you run wider. The Strava or Garmin time is only the time it takes for that to measure 26.2 miles. Your Garmin and Strava times can't be used for any official timings or any race entries, as it can contain those GPS glitches. As frustrating as this feels, okay, unfortunately, it has always been the same. The race results are always the official results. Now, a simple way of checking your GPS tracking throughout is to look at Strava or Garmin on a desktop site, so not on the app. Move your cursor along the pace line and you should notice some spikes, okay, certainly again around Canary Wharf. These are the GPS glitches and dropouts. To confirm this even more, if you zoom in onto the map of that area, then you should see, especially again around Canary Wharf, that you're either running through some tall buildings or you're running through water. Now, I'm pretty sure that you didn't do that on race day. So I hope that that clears up the mystery of the difference in finish times and race distances. And I hope for future marathons or people that will be coming to London in the future, this will help you going forwards. So take care, enjoy your running, and I'll be back soon with another coaching talk. Goodbye.